Hi everyone! So we're going to review our next movie entitled Extraction. Extraction is a movie from Netflix starring Chris Hemsworth, David Harbour, Golshifteh Farahani, Rudhraksh Jaiswal, and of course directed by Sam Hargrave. So this film is based on a graphic novel by the one and only Russo brothers. Of course, thus the inclusion of Thor or Chris Hemsworth in this film. So this film is or can be streamed via the Netflix app. So this film tackles about a black market mercenary named Tyler, which is played by Chris Hemsworth, was given a task to rescue the kidnapped son of a criminal drug lord named Ovi. Of course, the one that would kidnap Ovi was of course the rival criminal drug lord set in the place of Dhaka, which is the capital of the country Bangladesh.
This is an extraction.
So who are the players?
Biggest drug lord in India versus biggest drug lord in Bangladesh.
Some mythic shit, huh?
It's a kidnapping. Drug lord's son. Clock's running at 16 hours. Proof of life as of 6 hours ago.
So, casting wise, it was really a good move to include, of course, the one and only Chris Hemsworth. By him alone, the movie is a marketability of the movie is really big because it's Chris. Who wouldn't want to watch a movie about Chris Hemsworth? Aside from that, there was a good mix of Asian actors and actresses, which is also impressive in the movie. As you can see, Farahani is a familiar face in Hollywood. Has been into different movies and shows in Hollywood. And aside from that, other characters like the child character Ovi and the villains were pretty much impressive in the film. So basically, the film is an action film. It is somehow effective to be an action film. If there is one thing that you would want from an action film, of course, that's an impressive man-to-man action scenes. We have high octane car chases, although it's minimal in this movie, but it was brilliantly executed. And of course, there is like the theme of violence and blood. I think that Extraction was able to bring in a decent amount on the table, which is for me very, very commendable. And of course, running time was not that long. I mean, it was the plot laid down was just enough with the screen time or running time of the whole film. Well, what are the strong points of the movie? Basically, it does not dig down to what is the feud all about because it's the rivalry between two drug lords on different countries. So, of course, kidnapping the son was the best way to have those plans and all. And then here comes Chris Hemsworth, the knight in shining armor, who will save the son or will save Ovi from the hands of the rivalry, of course, of Ovi's father.
You want to survive, you do exactly as I say.
Who are you?
Name?
Ovi.
Move fast, stay low.
But then again, what is the good thing about this is although there were like small bits of action scenes, they were impressive. I was really impressed with the technique used on a continuous car scene. Yeah, that's like a continuous car scene where Ovi and Tyler was there inside, and it's like the camera was just following them at the back, and then you see that there's a camera angles like going inside the car, so you seem to have like a 3D experience because it was beautifully done. It was crafted well. For me, those are or that is one of the most memorable car chases ever in Hollywood films because I can see that they really put an effort in it, and I must salute the team behind it. And aside from that, there were a couple of impressive man-to-man action scenes, although I can't tend to like compare it with John Wick. John Wick has already set standards in man-to-man action scenes. I mean, like, who the hell could mess with John Wick? John Wick is John Wick. Although there were like some references of John Wick in the film, I think Chris Hemsworth has somehow built his name, of course, as Tyler, or like Chris Hemsworth as an action star, as like the one who punches and who throw solid punches and like jumps from a building and still okay and all. So it was like, yes, Chris Hemsworth was impressive, although fans or me or like others could really have a reference with John Wick on the majority of the sequences. There were a couple of good acting, although the Obi or Rudhraksh is really impressive. Although from the side of the villain, I find it lackluster in terms of evilness. Like, I was expecting it more. I expected more angst on the villains, but I think they were just like, let's put it this way, let's put it this way, and then let's like have a man-to-man fight scenes and all. So continuous, aside from the continuous car scenes, the backdrop was really utilized. Although I'm a bit disappointed because other films, when they go to Asia, they go to other places, they really have this like common color tone of the video. It's like yellowish, it's like orange. I don't know if that's like a setup of the mood. They wanted to set up a mood about the film, but I kind of saw the trend of it. Regardless, the movie does not suck at all. The climax scene or the bridge scene was very impressive. I really love how they ended the movie, how the action scenes are going there and all. Although the kidnap scene was meh, I could have expected a lot more violence in the kidnap scene, but the bridge scene is really impressive. And of course, I love that the scene or the ending has an open ending. So I think there are like couple of articles I've read recently that the Russo brothers are working on a sequel of Extraction, which means, guys, if there's a sequel, then Tyler is freaking alive. Other than that, I was impressed with the movie. It was a decent offering of an action movie, and I think I would recommend it to all action film lovers out there.
Kid, you trust me?
No.
Good.
For Extraction, I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars. Don't forget to watch Extraction on Netflix. Bye!